Let's face it, you're watching superstar comedy at 7 o'clock in the evening. Not as though you're busy. You're also probably wondering why we're not in the basement. Well, the truth is, because it's Halloween, I've had to... The basement is full of ghosts. But don't worry, the exorcise will do it good. With me tonight, we have Fern. Hello. Just over there. Thank you. And Peter. Hello, you two. And they own something called a Dwayne. Dwayne is their son, not Dwayne as in Dwayne Pipe. Now we're playing for this frog teapot. And I started off by asking him, what embarrassing things has your dad ever done? Now, did he say, well, he often has conversations with himself in the shop windows? Well, he's done a lot of embarrassing things. He's a dad. He pays a little too much attention to the page 3 in certain newspapers. Or something else entirely. I think it's something else. You're hoping it's something else, aren't you? Well, sometimes my dad opens the paper and there's page 3 of all these rude ladies with their bras and their undies. And he has to pretend that he's reading the other page while also looking at page 3. That is a very dad thing to do, isn't it? You got that right. Anything you've got to say about that? Yep. He's grounded for a month. We're now playing for the Bill and Ben Flobber Dobber Fun VHS. And we got onto the subject of food, and I asked Dwayne, what does your dad eat like? Now, did he say he has an appetite like a bird, big bird, he has his food piled up on the top of his plate, he eats like a horse because Mum ties a bag round his neck, or something else? Please, God, let it be something else. You're hoping it's something else. This wait till I get you home segment is really going someplace this week. Well, from what I've seen, my dad eats like a horse. Have you seen the size of his plate? It's like a blooming mountain. And my mum often says, are you going to eat that or climb that? Let's change the emphasis entirely now and play for the Bob the Builder Skateboard Spud and Other Stories VHS. Now, I asked Dwayne, do you think your mum and dad have any secrets? Now, did he say they think they do, but either singing at their door, only from each other, or something else? Something else? I don't think we even have any secrets. Well, sometimes at night I listen in at the door and I hear them going. So you think they're like snogging each other or something? Yep. So you're there with your ears at the door, they're kissing, and your ears are flapping. Yeah. It does make me think, if only I had one of those like little cameras that you can use to spying through people's spy holes. Now that is something I would like to do myself. I've only got one bit of advice for him. Don't get him a camera. We're now playing for a colour telly. Now, the song is of course very informative. So I asked him, who does your mum fancy? Now, did he say Andy Stewart, Rod Stewart, Jeremy Clarkson, the human toffee apple, or someone else? I'm embarrassed to admit this, but Rod Stewart. Well, my mum, you're gonna laugh at this, but she fancies Rod Stewart. And, What would your mum do if she saw Rod Stewart? Well, she'd take him home and snog him in front of my dad and me. What would you do if you saw Rod Stewart? What wouldn't I do? We're now playing for the Postman Gnome, all the way here from Scratchy Bottom. Now, this is not quite so out of context as it seems now, because we were talking about sleep and why we need sleep and fatigue and whatever, and I asked Dwayne, why do people wear anything in bed? Now, did he say, so that they don't frighten the Tooth Fairy? Even you should know this one, Henry Hound. In case of fire, or something else? I think it was something else. Now, why do people wear anything in bed? So they don't have babies? So, you wear pyjamas so you don't have a baby? Because it's tight round there. And I have Spider-Man pyjamas, and there's a hole right down there, a little string, you pull it, and it goes, and you can see his pants. How old is he? 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne! Now, what was it you said that you wanted? A range of Powerpuff Girls DVDs. I'm ashamed to admit that. Okay. You will get those Powerpuff Girls DVDs, but on one condition. And I have 3 of them here. Now, I'm going to do a card trick now. Okay, here are my cards. So, pick one. Now, don't show it to me. Just look at it and put it back. Right. Here we go. Hocus pocus, sticking up your jocus, abracadabra fooey. Just like that. Yeah. And this is your card. Have a look at what it says. I must keep my bedroom tidy. Oh, man. Well, at least you've got your Powerpuff Girls DVDs. They'll be sent to you in the post. But for now, come with me back to the main hall. I tell you, laughing so much at that wait till I get you home segment, I think I'm gonna need some risperidone. Doctor! You called? Hey, you're not the doctor I sent for. Well, you might have sent off for a doctor, but I'm the doctor. The definitive article, you might say. Oh, you're Dr. Oshawott. And why are you here? Well, we've come to watch the second part of my new adventure, Dimensions in Time. Oh yeah, I remember showing that off last week. Last week we showed the first part of Dimensions in Time, and then we asked you to influence the outcome. Let's have a look at the voting screen and see what your decision was. Ooh, it looks like Big Wrong is going to help our heroes out in this week's adventure. And before we get started, here's the story so far. The evil Rani has Oshawott and his companion Vicky caught up in a time loop in the East End of London. But will the power of the Rani prevail? Or will the Doctor live to fight another day? You decided! You can't escape, Otter! Say goodbye, Oshawott. You're going on a long journey. A very long journey. Varani. I take it back what I said about an ingenious operator being behind these time jumps. Yeah. What are you up to now, you spindly old hag? Well, who else could master such a difficult operation? Get back to my target, the lot of you! Doc, what are you doing? Why bother trying to use that sonic screwdriver of yours? I've got it with me! I've weakened you, you fool! Well, I've got a few more tricks up my sleeve yet, madam. It's time for you to start losing. You, Earth female, come here! No, Vicky, you mustn't. Leave this to me, Doc. I'll take my chances. Ah! Hey! Quit it! Get off me, you rotten brat! What do you think you're doing? Oshawott, come on, quickly! What? You blah! Got it! Thank you very much, Monkey. Now, get me to the target as quick as possible. Brigadier! Come on, Oshawott. Not far now. Get into the chopper. On the count of 3, Oshawott, jump from the chopper. 1, 2, 3. I'm finding it very difficult to keep up with you these days, Oshawott. Some other time, Brigadier. Alas, there's no time for pleasantries. I must find my companions. Well, I hope we'll speak again soon. To you and your companions, I hope. Yeah, I must go and look for them. What a brave fellow. I now have everything I want apart from one Earth thing. My menagerie is almost complete. You! Prepare to rematerialize at the center of the Earth-time meridian, Greenwich. I thought you said you locked it. Well, I did. Somebody must have broken in. Oi, what do you think you're doing? Well, I was looking for the doc, if it was any of your business. Well, you won't find him here. He lives at number 1 Albert Square over there. I suggest you leave. So, you've seen the doc? Well, yeah. Dr. Leg's the only doctor around here, love. Doctor Who? Well, I've seen him for an epic, but never dragged in. I should be taking these things easy. I shouldn't be bounding around like some sort of Megaluthian slime skimmer, if those things exist. Pardon me. I don't suppose you could remind the viewers who that wicked old bag was from earlier? Ah, well, that wicked old bag, as you so put it, voiceover man, was Varani. Her handiwork was behind all this confusion and time distortion, but now her control is beginning to break down. Ah, there's the TARDIS. Varani's TARDIS. Cooey! Doc! Vicky! It's you! Oh my dear Vicky, I was so worried. I see she let you go. But not before she cloned me though, Doc. She's got a menagerie of clones in there. She's attempting to transfer a massive time tunnel to this place, the Greenwich Meridian. And she's got a computer in there with the genetic codes and DNA samples of every living creature in the entire cosmos. And with it, evolution is hers to control. Except... whose blood type, what blood sample rather, did she take when she cloned you? Now think about it. It's very important. Well, the blood type was B negative, but I don't see how that... B negative? That's my blood type. That means there are 2 DNA samples of time travellers in the Rani's computer. It'll overload. 30 seconds to computer achieving full power status, mistress. Excellent. 30 seconds. And it'll begin. Nothing can stop me now. Nothing! Hold this, Vicky. 25 seconds, Master. I must try and override the Rani's computer and use the power of the time tunnel to pull her targeting and not mine. Well, I assume that's not as easy as it sounds. Of course it isn't, Vicky. 20 seconds, Master. I must try and free my other companions. Join me. We must pull free. We must succeed! 5 seconds, Master. K9, activate the converter. 3, 2, 1. Here goes! So, it begins. Oh my dear Oshawott, I'm going to miss you so little. What the? Mistress Rani, someone's overridden the genetic computer. What? I blame you for this disaster, Syrian. No. No! Hoisted by her own petardis. So, remind me what you did again, Doc? Well, there were 2 DNA samples of time travellers in the Rani's computer, and I used this little doohickey to pull her into the trap that she set for me. So, does that mean, Doc, that Rockster and Tut are now free? Certainly, we are difficult to get rid of. Come on, K-Knight and Vicky. Oh, before I forget, is there anywhere you wanted to go before we reunited with the others? Well, last time you set the coordinates for China, we ended up in Albert Square. Well, in that case, I'll set the coordinates for Albert Square, then we'll end up in China. Was brilliant! And there will be a new Dr. Oshawott adventure at the same time next week. But for now, we have something even more frightening than Barani. Yes, it's HTV! I must admit, when I was planning this second series of The House Party, I was a little bit nervous because of some copycat imitators nicking the idea. Steve Nowls. But this week, of course, is a new fresh week and a new fresh viewer and a new fresh home for the HTV cameras to invade. Go! Hello, Clay Patch of Oxford School.
Ah!
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Surprise, surprise, you are our HTV.
I was like in the middle of studying for my pre-med test.
Sorry, but this is my house party after all, and you are this week's star.
Yeah, well, I'm fine with it.
I know you would be.
Now, what do you want?
Well, I wanted to have a little chat with you, but I see you're a little bit busy, so I'll leave you be.
Just please let me study already.
I was.
I'm already late for my chemistry
Whoops.
lesson. You, disrupted the entire class.
Clever, ain't it?
And now, I'm in the mood to show you anything else on the menu.
The menu, eh? Ooh, I'm hungry.
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, hi, Ron.
Hello, Ron.
Now get out of here.
Uh-oh.
Or I'll...
Yeah. A technical glitch. I will have that fixed in a jiffy. And while I sort that little technical problem out, let's go to an ad break. After it, we'll begin the reception of TV